it's one of those situations where like the lot attendant kind of sees this and is like looking around to see if like anybody else notices this.
Of course, it's probably like nobody else around.
Yeah, there's like nobody else around, and you just see this like Jersey Devil just flapping his wings, getting pissed off at this like
oh my gosh,
at this like car wash hose thing because he's like trying to spray himself or whatever. It's just not working.
That's amazing. Welcome, everybody, to Shadows and Sightings, the paranormal comedy podcast where we talk about all things spooky. I'm Taylor.
I'm Nick.
And it feels so good to be back
really
behind this microphone with my best bud, Nick, talking all things spooky, all things cryptid, just in time for the spooky season.
Oh, yeah. Life got real there for a minute.
Life got real.
Had to step away for a second.
Yeah,
but
it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
If you don't follow us on social media, I made a post about how we were going to be taking a little bit of an indefinite hiatus.
Yeah.
As some of you guys probably know, if you listen to our episodes, you know Nick is now a father twice over.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Little man's doing good. He gave us a little scare there in the beginning, but he's doing all right now.
Yeah, that's good. And then summertime's usually just my busiest time of the year anyway. So it gave us a chance to just kind of step back, get life priorities in order, and you can just think of this as season 2.
Yeah.
Of Shadows and Sightings.
For sure. Yeah,
I mean, we had like a solid 30 couple episodes in season 1.
I think we left off at like 35, right?
Yeah, something like that. We're going on year 2 of this podcast now. So we've already got through year 1 mostly.
Yeah.
Some hiccups here and there along the way, but hey, I think 35 episodes is pretty good for a year.
First run.
Yeah.
For a first run, it's pretty good. It could just be a yearly thing where it's like, hey, this is the...
I was thinking about that earlier. It's like, because... I mean, I don't really get burnt out from spooky stuff because that's just who I am as a person, but I definitely feel the burnout of the pressure of doing like full-time gigs and doing the editing and the recording and just trying to find the space and the schedule. But I mean, don't get me wrong, this is like not even work or anything to just come over and hang out and talk spooky stuff. But
it's fun.
But it's like, I guess there does come a point where you can talk about spooky stuff too much, and then you just kind of like, it's going to burn you out. Like, I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen to us.
That's fair. And most podcasts that I've listened to, that seems to be the norm, where they step away for a little while, because they have lives too.
Yeah,
and all
exactly.
That, and then take a little break. So I like it. It's a good workflow, and we'll kind of see how it goes.
Yeah. I don't think that we'll take like a 3-month off every year.
No. But for a reasonable amount.
Right.
Yeah.
Outside of being a dad for you, what else is I seen you had some home improvement and you had a pretty shitty situation.
Yeah. The septic, so we live in like an older house and the septic pretty much crapped out.
Literally and figuratively.
Figuratively crapped out. And how I found out was I was doing laundry and the drainage pipe for the washer machine, like it goes into like the main septic. It's like a PVC pipe that it runs into. And it's done this before, but we figured it was just like a blockage or something. But it started spewing water, it wasn't draining the water. Like the water was going out of the washer machine into the pipe, but it was like overflowing and spewing out.
Gotcha.
I was like, okay, so there's probably something, like blocking it up. And I went through the whole, chemical drain out, whatever, just to kind of get it removed, and it kept doing it. So I was like, oh, okay, that's not good. Called somebody out here, and they did the whole augering out the system, took the little snake thing and went through, and they're like, I go about 10 feet, and I'm hitting like a solid wall. There's like something there. It's like, I was like, okay, well, what the hell could be there? And then they quoted me like $10,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah. $10,000 to get this pipe replaced. And that's assuming that the whole entire system needed to be replaced. Luckily, it was only about like 20 feet of pipe that had to get replaced. So like 2 PVC tubes or whatever.
Right.
So I go out there, I start digging this trench over the course of a couple of days. And then my father-in-law comes in and he gets a ditch witch, and we like actually dug out like the main trench, and then I had to go in after the fact with like a pickaxe and I really dig it out.
I love the fact that it's called a ditch witch.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's cool. It's like a giant chainsaw for your yard.
Nice.
Awesome.
Rob Zombie would be so proud.
Yeah.
Burn through the witches, dig through the ditches, just combine them. You know, the song Dragula.
Oh, maybe there you go.
Maybe that's what he was using, a ditch witch, and that's how he came up with those lyrics.
Nice. Nice ditch witch reference.
That should be a sandwich.
A ditch witch?
A sandwich, a ditch sandwich. A ditch witch, yeah.
What would be in it though?
Oh God, I don't know.
Is it a savory or a sweet sandwich?
Sounds like it'd be a savory sandwich.
Savory? Okay.
The ditch witch.
I'm thinking pastrami.
Pastrami, a little salami, maybe. A little pepperoni. Like almost like an Italian, but
for any sandwich
for some reason just make it dirty.
For any sandwich enthusiasts out there, I'm just going to go ahead and say this on the record. Hot relish. That is where it's at.
Yeah.
That has been
big fan of the hot relish, huh?
I do. I can appreciate. I'm a connoisseur now of the hot relish.
I got no qualms with hot relish.
There was, I forget, some food show that I was watching, but apparently there's in Louisiana, in New Orleans, there's some sandwich that they sell down there, and like people go. It's not a po' boy. It's like a cold cut kind of sandwich, and people flock to this one deli that's been making them the same way. It's like a French bread.
I know what you're talking about. I just cannot think of the name of it.
But apparently, well, they sell the sandwiches there, but then people just go there for the hot relish. And you could buy the relish by like the jar.
I would do that with yum yum sauce if I could.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, so dug out this trench, and right where he said that 10-foot mark was, it was the whole thing was a cast iron pipe. So it was like built in the 50s. Back then, they're like, let's use cast iron pipe. Like, that's not going to like rust. That's not going to rust or anything. Yeah. And on top of that, they put concrete over the cast iron pipe.
Makes perfect sense to me.
So before I could even pull the pipe out, I'm out there like chipping away at this freaking concrete block out there.
They're just making sure the shit can't come back to life.
Oh my God. Yeah. It was just something. We got it buried in concrete. What if it raises from the dead?
It's what they used to do to bodies so they wouldn't turn into vampires, right?
Something like that.
Pour concrete over them.
Yeah, it's like that'll
or zombies. Yeah,
that'll teach them. that'll show them.
Just imagine, like, you die, get put in the ground, and then for some reason you wake up and you're like in your coffin, and you make your way out of the coffin somehow just to find out you're under 3 inches of concrete.
I would. Oh my God. I would.
You're just stuck there.
Oh my gosh. That whole concept of how they did that back in the day, where they tied bells.
Oh yeah,
bells to I don't know,
to their feet or something.
Their feet or something like that.
Oh yeah. No, they ran it up through the graves so they could ring, like, if they were still alive. I guess there was an epidemic where so many people were being buried that weren't dead yet.
Yeah, so
if they woke up in the casket, they could like pull the string and it would ring a bell, and the or the undertaker or gravekeeper, whatever you would call it, would know, and they would come dig them up.
There was some motherfucker out there that saw that bell ring and was like, it's 5:00 on a Friday.
This sounds like a Monday problem.
It's like,
or just like imagine working the night shift. And like you're just standing there chilling and by your little gas lantern or whatever, reading the paper, and all of a sudden you just hear a bell ring, and oh man, that would scare the shit out of me. You'd be like, oh my God, it's actually happening.
It's like what's the SOP? Where's the manual?
We've been trained, but I didn't think it would actually happen.
It's like we've gone through this scenario 100 times, but I, for the life of me, can't remember what to do.
Oh my gosh, what a job that would be.
That'd be great. That'd be great. It would be, just being a mortician would be cool. Kind of morbid, but cool.
I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to do it at all. I think the weirdest part about all that, and just, to preface this is kind of just going to be like a catch up. We're not going to be getting into the weeds on too many topics today. We're just this is just going to be like a get back in the swing of things. Just kind of shoot the shit for a little bit. So, if you're still listening after I say that, thanks for sticking around. But I promise we'll talk some spooky stuff here. But I think the weirdest part for me of being a mortician would be like the part where they put makeup on them to make them look lifelike. Like once they drain them of all their blood,
sure,
and they're all pale, and then you got to put makeup on. That would just be so weird. Or like doing their hair. You know, like it would just be like they're on the big giant metal table and you're just putting makeup on. Like I'd be so concerned that they're going to come back to life. They're just going to reach up and grab my hand. I'd be so concerned.
Is that non-GMO?
It's like, oh man, actually dead.
Yeah, no, I mean, you make good money doing it.
Yeah.
Like
And you'll never go out of business.
Never go out of business.
People die every day.
It's unfortunate, but it's a fact of life.
It's the circle of life.
Yeah, so that was my situation. That was a shitty situation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I don't envy you.
Yeah, so where that blockage was, like the pipe was just gone. It was just like the pipe was going, it just eroded away, and then it continued. There's like a foot gap, and then it continued into the.
Oh.
Yeah. It was like, I know. Like, how long has that been going on or whatever?
Had to have been for a while.
Yeah, I'm sure. It was probably there since we bought the house or whatever. We just didn't, so.
Jeez. Yikes.
Yeah, but no. I learned a lot. I'm a amateur plumber now, I guess.
I love it for you.
Yeah.
Nothing like owning a house that'll teach you how to do all kinds of stuff you never even dreamed you would ever have to do.
Nope. Never.
Electrical work, plumbing, you name it.
I like of all the things I like to do, electrical work is the best.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it's because it's so easy.
If you say so.
It's so easy. You just.
I'm always afraid I'm going to electrocute myself.
Funny story about that. I was trying to fix the light bulb a couple months ago.
The easiest of things.
Oh, no, like the connection. I was trying to I was taking out the old socket and replacing it with a new one. So it had like the exposed wire. I tested it with the little tester thing and it didn't light up. I was like, okay, cool. It's not fucking live.
And so I grabbed it.
So I licked it.
Turns out it was live.
It was so live. I was like stripping the wire and like trying to connect it, and just a big old poof spark or whatever. And it was live. So lesson learned.
I would say so.
Yeah. So that's really all that's been going on in my life. It's a fun space.
Well, we are here recording on September the 16th. So a couple of things going on, I guess, this week. We've got the Mothman Festival coming up. I don't know if that's this weekend or the next weekend, but it's coming up fast. And we still have yet to get out to Point Pleasant.
No.
Won't happen this year.
Not this year.
Won't happen next year, more than likely.
Probably not.
But one of these years, we're going to get out to Point Pleasant.
Someday.
It's going to happen.
I feel like that would be the same level that Salem was on Halloween. Not the amount of people.
But just like the vibe?
The vibe, but like in proportion with that small town.
Right.
So, Salem isn't built for like the
millions of people that
show up.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be the same situation, just on a smaller scale.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I actually probably think that would be worse because now Salem's had like 20 years to kind of get it together because they are starting to know what to expect. Like Mothman Festival just recently became like this huge phenomenon.
Yeah, over the last couple of years.
And from what I've heard, it's just like, you go, but the town is like a blink and you miss it kind of town.
Yeah, there's no bathrooms.
Really,
there's not a lot going on. They don't have the infrastructure for it.
Right.
The same complaints that the residents of Salem were saying.
Yeah.
We don't have the infrastructure.
Right, yeah.
So you've known that this has been going on for almost 20 years now.
Well, I mean, in Salem's defense, they've kept that town more or less historically.
Yeah, that's true.
They're just kind of try to keep the small town vibes, but then all of a sudden the haunted happenings happens, and then it's just, here comes a million people.
Yeah.
But now you've got like Ubers going into town. You got like parking space, like all the hotels. You can just Uber into the town, and just
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little easier to navigate.
More modernized.
Yeah.
That was such a fun trip.
Yeah. I'm going back, man. I'm going back. I'm so excited.
When are you going?
October 1st through the 5th. So kicking off spooky season in Salem.
Hell yeah.
Finally, we're going to go for the Halloween parade. The world famous Halloween parade.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Super stoked.
Nice.
Not so excited to fight the crowds again, but we did get a hotel right on Essex Street. So right at the hotel. Remember we went into the Hotel Salem and sat on the roof? The roof bar, that's where we're staying.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I'm like, well, even if it does get crazy, like, I feel like I'm a little, I wouldn't say I'm a Salem expert on it by any stretch of the imagination, but, listening to like Salem, the podcast and other things, just we can get food to go, take it back to the hotel, and eat it in the hotel. Don't need to get like dinner reservations or anything like that. Right on Essex Street, so don't have to worry about driving into town and finding parking, except for the first night when we get there, which I plan on doing the same thing we did last time. Essentially, just getting there. Garage. Yeah, finding a. I'm not going to do the parking garage because I think they charge you daily, and the hotel doesn't have like on-site parking or anything. So I'm going to try to find a different thing. If there's like a train station or something,
different route.
It's only like $5 a day. So I think I'm going to go that route.
That's not terrible.
And just walk over to the hotel from there.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, it's right on Essex Street, so right in the middle of where everything's going to be. So just head up to the hotel if it gets too crazy and use the hotel bathroom because the bathrooms are always atrocious up there.
I'll never forget.
Yeah, the scariest thing that happened to you in Salem.
Yeah, it was. I forget what night it was that we were there, but
that's the night we went ghost hunting, I think.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was that night, and the three of you, I think, were doing something else. I have to go to the restroom. And it was right outside the visitor center where they had a line of like 20 porta-johns.
Yep.
And this dude walks in and immediately walks
just like that
out.
scene from the Benchwarmers. Who did this? Just throws up all over. Sorry.
Basically, yeah. The dude just walked in, immediately turns out, he's like, it's fucking bad if the porta-johns are like this. with his Boston and like Maine accent or Massachusetts accent.
Jesus Christ, the fucking porta-john.
It's real bad. Just stormed off. My question was like, well, wait, there's like 19 other porta potties.
Just try another one. Maybe they were all that bad. Maybe he tried every single one. It was just like,
and I walked up
and just finally it was just like, you know what? This isn't worth it. I can hold it. The biggest advice I can give to anybody that goes to Salem during October, and I think if you go back and listen to our Salem episode we recorded last year, I think I touched on this. Bring your own toilet paper.
Oh, yeah.
Do not use the bathroom in the Witch City Mall.
Nope.
And 3, if you there's like you were just mentioning, there's the visitor center there. They have a very nice bathroom inside the visitor center. Just use that.
They do. It was
just
really
use
nice.
that.
The whole visitor center itself was just nice.
Yeah, yeah. It's a national park visitor center, so like they take good care of it.
Yeah,
and it's open, I think, like 9 to 5 or something like that.
Yeah,
so
all the park rangers are walking around in their uniform.
But yeah, definitely bring toilet paper because
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so excited to go back to Salem, but. Speaking of this week, though, to circle back, tomorrow is the anniversary of the Battle of Antietam, so more spooky stuff potentially there. I planned on going on a sunrise hike of Antietam just
maybe
to see if I can
smell some cannon smoke,
experience something.
Some spooky.
But the weather looking like it's going to be shit, so it might be like a 50-50 chance that I get out there. But yeah, so we're right on the cusp of the eve of the bloodiest day in American history. Go back and listen to our last episode, the Battle or Shepherdstown Ghosts, haunted because of the Battle of Antietam, supposedly.
First day of fall's next week, right?
Is it next week or is it this week? I thought it was this week.
Is it this week?
I thought so.
It's the best time of the year,
dude.
It really.
We got a good fall day. Dude, the leaves are already changing.
Yeah,
is that normal? I don't remember them ever changing this early before.
I noticed that. I took little man out for ice cream last night.
Yeah,
and I noticed that.
Which little man? Older little man.
Older little man. Yeah, he mentioned something, and I looked at the leaves, and I was like, he's kind of thinking, yeah, like why are they already changing? That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had rain in like a month, so I guess that makes sense. But
could be.
Yeah, I was just walking around Gettysburg, like, oh my gosh, like everything's starting to change already. It's just halfway through September, and we're already getting foliage. Usually, it's not until like second week of October.
Yeah,
but I'm here for it. It was a pretty nice fall day today. Nice little crisp breeze blowing through.
Hell yeah.
Got my pumpkin spice latte.
We got ours the first day, or maybe the first week.
Oh, don't get me wrong. This is not my first one of the season.
Oh, no. I'm already like 15 minutes.
I had pumpkin spice creamer back in 4th of July.
It's like, I don't think you understand how dedicated I am. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of there's little bottles of creamer now that you can buy, and they have a caramel apple flavor.
What?
And that one I was a little concerned because I was like, I don't know how caramel apple and coffee is going to go. It's actually pretty damn tasty. Pretty good.
I had the Kit Kat one. It was all right.
Yeah, the Kit Kat. Yeah, the candy bar flavor's okay. I did try the Reese's one.
That's like the best one, I think.
I think so too.
Because I've had that one.
And even that one, I'm like, I'm kind of meh on it.
Normally, coconut doesn't really do it for me, but the Almond Joy one.
The regular coconut cream, though, is very good. There's just a regular coconut creamer from like Coffee Mate.
What?
That one's pretty good.
You know what? Now that you say that, I do remember the bottle.
Yeah.
It's like kind of a...
It's like the same color as an Almond Joy.
Yeah. Yeah, but...
Yeah, we're getting into fall. What's the best part of fall? I feel like we've talked about this before, but...
I feel like we're going to talk about it every year around this time. And over the years, we'll catalog like, okay, what are the 30 best things?
Yeah, just tier rank things. What S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier. S tier, that first 50-degree morning where you wake up, get your coffee, and you can just like walk outside, put on a hoodie and some sweats.
Got to take it a step further. Or you said a hoodie, but you get that flannel on, that hot coffee. If it's real super S tier, you can smell people's like stove fires going.
Oh yeah.
So like that campfire smell.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's good stuff.
Yeah.
That also goes hand in hand with like at night, like when you get a really nice, cool, crisp fall night and people have like campfires.
And like a nice cold Angry Orchard beer.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
dude, I found it's a cider company called Blake's Cider Company.
Okay.
And they're hard ciders, but they had a cider mill donut flavor, which is like a brown sugar cinnamon flavored cider, tastes like a cider donut, and a salted caramel apple cider. And boy, let me tell you, I got hammered.
I was so freaking drunk. Yeah. Oh, where'd you get those at?
I found them up at the Beer Mart in Gettysburg. It's like someone over there. I can grab you some.
I was gonna say next time you go, give me a pack.
Yeah.
I'll spot you the money.
The Thriller pack for Angry Orchard. You had any of those yet? Those are very good.
Those like the cinnamon.
Yeah, the cinnamon apple, the pumpkin apple, berry, and blood orange. The berry and blood orange are okay, but the cinnamon apple and the pumpkin apple are.
I think I've had the cinnamon apple. Good.
Yeah.
I also like a good, just nice cold pumpkin. Pumpkin ale.
I actually tried a spicy version of that. There was a spicy pumpkin ale.
Does it still come in the giant bottle? Like
some of them do.
Yeah, I haven't had that in a while.
Yeah.
And craving it. I just love a good pumpkin ale. That's another thing that I look forward to every fall.
Fall's got some superior beers.
It does. Like I think
pumpkin even has a maple pumpkin this year.
Ooh.
And that one's very, very good.
I think we're a little biased though, honestly.
I would say so, yes.
Because if we grew up like on the West Coast, where they don't really have like a fall season here, whereas for us it's more just nostalgic.
Yeah, it's just easy to get into the fall spirit here.
Yeah.
Like it comes at like the perfect time of year. Like usually, the further north you go, the earlier it starts, right?
Yeah, and
then of course the further south you go, if you get one at all, the later it starts.
Yeah.
We're just right in the middle where it's just like it seems to happen at a perfect time of year. Like October, just like it kicks into fall mode.
Yeah.
It's like we get some really nice fall days most of the time in September. Of course, you still get some hot summer days like we've had the last week. But
once October gets here, it feels just
different.
Like a fall vibe. It's crispy outside. Yeah. So I think for us, it kind of hits a little.
We're a little spoiled.
Yeah, it kind of hits a little different where. I think if you talk to most people around here, they'll probably tell you the same thing. Like, oh, this is Appalachia. Like, we're all about fall around here.
If you're not a fall bitch in Appalachia, you're definitely a summer bitch. So I've never heard anybody being like, oh, I just love winter. I just love all the snow and the cold and not being able to feel my face when I walk outside. Nobody says that.
Everybody that I've talked to, it's always like...
And nobody says I like spring when it just rains for 4 months at a time.
It's always the transition. They're like, I like late summer, early fall, that transition period. And then I like that transition period from winter into spring where it's starting.
I would agree with that.
Where, it's that first day where you can wear like a pair of shorts outside.
Right. Yeah. I think we've talked about that too, that's like that's like the second best feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being able to put on the hoodie on that first crisp fall day is only first to putting on that t-shirt and shorts.
The shorts
on that random 70-degree day you get in like March.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
Turn off the heat, honey. It's 70 degrees outside. or like 55, like because
yeah,
it
like
changes.
50, yeah, because we're used to like 12.
30.
Yeah, that's like good stuff.
So what's better, a candy apple or a caramel apple when it comes to fall stuff? Let's just dig into the weeds here with like best fall things.
Sure.
Caramel or candy apple?
I'm gonna go with caramel.
That is correct.
It's a test. Yeah, damn right.
It's a game show now.
Okay, I'm gonna go with caramel.
Okay, hoodie or flannel?
Ooh, it's a tough one. I think it depends on the time of day. If it's early in the morning, or like early.
I'm talking. We're going out to like spend a day like at the Apple Festival.
I'm a flannel guy in that situation.
Flannels, okay.
I'm a flannel guy around a campfire. But if it's like nothing's really going on and it's just like a fall day and I'm just going about my business, probably hoodie. I'm a hoodie guy. Okay. Like I bought a lavender Nike hoodie.
Ooh, that'll look good on you with your skin complexion.
Yeah, that's what I bought.
yeah. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna look fucking good as shit in this.
I'm wearing it. It's fucking nice. It's comfy. I don't like though that it only has one side pocket. In the zipper.
Oh, okay.
So
that's
it's one
weird.
of those kind of things.
That's weird.
And I was telling Brittany, I was like, this annoys me. She's like, it's like, why? It's like, well, what is this hand doing?
It's just I have that same issue with like just regular sweatshirts that don't have like hood or like pockets or anything. Yeah. I'm constantly like, oh, I don't have a pocket. I don't have a pocket.
Yeah. It's just,
what do I do with my hands?
It's awful. Now my hands are here.
It's like,
I guess
it's like I'm fine any other time, but if I put a sweatshirt, I'm like, I'm looking for that pocket.
I'm looking for the hoodie. Yeah, looking for the hoodie. Yep.
I was at Walmart like a month ago, and Walmart sometimes they get some like decent Halloween stuff. But I was just walking through, and like in the kids section or the boys section, they had some like fire Halloween shirts, and I'm like, what the fuck? How come the kids get like the good Halloween shit? And there was a sweatshirt. There was a gray sweatshirt, and the print on it was like one of those like 80s or 90s catalogs for like months, like, so send in your money, you get a mask or a glow in the dark skeleton, or it's like a monster mail in sheet catalog, and it was on the front of this. I was like, god damn, that's fucking cool as hell. So I found an extra large and I tried it on and it fit.
Nice.
The arms are a little short, but I was like, I just rolled those up.
Yeah,
I was like, but look at me fitting in a kid's extra large.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I know. I was like, fuck you kids. Get all the good shit at Walmart. All right. Denim or chino pants?
Pants? Well, if it's pants, I'll go with denim.
Okay. Boots or sneaker? I don't know. What's the comparable to boots?
Boots is the only acceptable attire for footwear.
Okay. All right. Here's a tough one. Hot chocolate or hot cider?
Fuck, that is tough. Can coffee be an option?
No, this is between these two.
Damn it. Okay. I think in that situation, I would probably opt with the cider.
Yeah. Hot chocolate's a Christmas thing for me.
Like a Christmas thing, yeah. Uh-huh. I agree.
All right, what else is it?
I feel like I'm passing your test.
Yeah, I feel like we're on the same wavelength here. Yeah.
I feel like we're kind of in agreement on a lot of this. But keep it coming. It's great.
I'm trying to think of like what's some more good fall like things like
Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees.
But it's fall, so I'm going Michael Myers because he's Halloween. Jason's more of a summer slasher to me.
Yeah, that's true. It was a summer camp situation. Yeah. Okay.
So Michael Myers.
That checks out. S'mores, apple cider donuts.
Ooh. 2
iconic fall desserts.
Very iconic. That also depends on the time of day. Like how your hoodies and flannels argument goes.
That's
if
true.
I'm in the morning, I want an apple cider donut. But if it's at night, I want a s'more.
No right person in their mind is going to wake up at 8 a.m. I want a fucking s'more.
Unless it's like a pumpkin s'more.
Explain.
Like they have like pumpkin spice flavored marshmallows.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Just put a pumpkin spice marshmallow in your s'more.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Witches or zombies?
Witches. Zombies are, it's like so overrated to me.
Okay. I get that. Witches or vampires?
Vampires.
Vampires or werewolves?
Werewolves.
Oh. So there's a bracket here. Werewolves or aliens? Because
I'm basing it off of...
Werewolves or aliens?
It's not comparable.
I think that's a general spooky thing.
Two different things. See, I based that decision on if I want to be that thing.
Okay, all right.
So,
I can see the logic. I can see the logic
between
there.
like a zombie and a witch, I don't want to be a witch. But then if you take zombies out of the equation and throw in vampires, I'd want to be a vampire. You throw werewolves into the mix, I'd rather be a freaking werewolf.
Okay, I think I don't know. I think of those three, I'd rather be a witch because that requires the least amount of work, I guess. Because if you're a vampire, you constantly got to feed. You can't go out in the sun. If you're a werewolf, you're a beast of the night, and you don't really have any control over it. Witch, you have some control over what you're doing.
Well, with the werewolf, you have control. No, it's not. Okay, is it that on a full moon, no matter what they turn?
Where we debate the
That's what the show's about, man. We're getting down to the deets.
Sorry, go ahead.
These are questions that need answering. So, with the werewolf lore, is it typically it doesn't matter where there are? If it's a full moon, they automatically change, or is it they have to look at a full moon?
Or is it the Van Helsing situation where it could be a full moon, but if it gets covered up by the clouds, then you're not a werewolf anymore.
I thought that was so stupid. I love that movie.
An otherwise perfect movie.
I love that movie so much, but like that, I always questioned. I was like, what kind of shit is that?
Such a fucking plot device.
Like, yeah, what? Like, it makes
Van Helsing was kicking the shit out of Dracula.
Yeah, and then like it turns
all of a sudden,
like,
oh no, there's clouds now.
Yeah.
Somehow that affects our lunar cycle.
Yeah, or I was like, oh yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, that's such bullshit.
But as far as not to get too off the rails of our regular conversation, but like Van Helsing, if you've even never seen Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman, made in 2002, I think 2002 or 2003. Go watch that movie.
Such a good movie.
It's such a good take on the classic Universal monsters with like that through line, and they did vampires like Dracula. It's so good. When we did our D&D campaign and we were doing like Curse of Strahd, I really was basing Strahd off of that version of Dracula. Yeah. Too bad we never got that far. But and like their version of werewolves, outside of you happen to be able to like see them, I guess like you said, see the moon. Their versions of werewolves was like perfect. They looked great. They were like tearing the skin off. Yeah. Into like, perfect. And like even Frankenstein was awesome. And
Frankenstein was cool.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, that oh my God. I think of that entire movie. That was probably one of my favorite scenes is when he's hunting Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, or whatever. Yeah. And I always remember the iconic where he eats the cigar ash. He just like eats it. And I was like, yeah, that was pretty cool.
I like the part where the the girl's like, oh, you saved me, to the guy that plays Faramir. I never can remember his name, but he's the monk.
Yeah.
And she's like, how can I repay you? And he like whispers, she's like, but you're a monk. And he's like, well, actually, I'm just a friar. And then like they fuck.
Yeah. It's such a good movie. Yeah, such a great movie.
All right, maybe this is a specific fall thing. This is more a Halloween question.
Yeah.
Orange lights or purple lights?
I'm going to go with orange.
Yeah? I'm a big fan of orange and purple lights.
Well, that wasn't an option.
I know that's not an option, but
wait, you can't give me the option.
All right. Well, then we'll take that to orange and purple lights to orange, purple, and green lights because some of them have that now.
I would probably just stick with the orange.
Just straight orange,
orange and purple. In that scenario, orange and purple.
Okay, given all four options, is it just straight orange?
No, it'd be orange and purple because we did that last year.
It's such a good.
We had the Minecraft spider that we built, and then we had the purple lights around it and stuff. So it was pretty cool.
So good. That was such a fun time. It was. Thanks for including me on that.
Yeah, man. Probably do it again this year. Honestly,
well, Halloween's on a Friday night this year, so that's exciting.
Shout out to the neighbor up the street. I have no idea who you are, but I was dropping little man off the school, and on 11 here, somebody already has their whole yard decked out.
Dude. I love
like
that.
Purple cobwebs and like zombies and shit all in their yard. It's pretty cool.
My house is already fully decorated.
I'm sure.
I was walking around Gettysburg today. I wish I would have taken a picture, but I didn't see it until actually I was driving by, and their whole yard was just like giant statues. Like they had a giant headless horseman statue in their yard, and like,
that's so cool.
Dude, it was so sick. Like a spider web that went from the top of their house down to like the bottom to their yard. Yeah. So good. I was like,
if
every house would do shit like that, Halloween
will be lit.
Oh, it'd be like how it used to be.
Yeah.
Like we kind of get into this conversation every year. It's like I feel like Halloween's bigger than it's ever been.
but nobody's really.
But nobody shows it.
Yeah, no one's like celebrating it the way that.
I actually watched a YouTube video of this guy, and I don't remember the channel name, but he was kind of talking about how like it used to be a community thing. Like you would wait for whatever horror marathon was on, or like spooky like Nickelodeon shows. Like it was like that was the only time you could watch it. So like everybody watched the same thing. Everybody just kind of celebrated publicly because you didn't have the ability to just, oh well, I'm going to have my own movie marathon of watching, Hocus Pocus and Halloween Town and blah, blah, blah. But so it was like, it was more of a public shared thing because everybody had to watch, The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, followed by,
Halloween Town.
Just like a 2-hour block of shows and movies all night where it was just like a horror movie marathon. And so I think that is a part of it. Like everybody can just celebrate Halloween so privately now, and social media and trunk or treats definitely keep that. Like you can decorate the inside of your house and not do anything the outside, but you can post it on social media and your house is like all Halloweened out, and people love that, I guess. But I miss it being a whole community neighborhood, like everybody just going balls to the wall.
I mean, this community is pretty. I was impressed last year. Yeah, there were quite a few people that really. I mean, we decorated our yard, and then there's a guy up the street that does it as well. I think he's already started, because I was driving by this morning and he has, it looks like a 1950s like Studebaker or something out there, like kind of rusted out or whatever. I don't know if he's like planning on using that for like a actual project, or is it
like a prop
or like a prop? Yeah. And so I don't know. We'll see.
That'd be cool, like a Jeepers Creepers thing or something.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. As far as like spoopy stuff goes, I guess this is a good episode kickoff for the spoopy season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of getting back into the swing of things. So I think we were going to take this time to kind of go over just random cryptid encounters.
Yeah.
And nothing super, super serious, just
like a brief overview.
Yeah, just kind of
just some things that we found that we thought were either objectively hilarious or something of the like.
Pretty much. I can go first if you want.
Sure.
So what I found was, one of the many instances of Bigfoot, an iconic cryptid. He's been around forever. We've talked about him before on the show. If you are at all any familiar with the cryptid community, Bigfoot's probably a common name that you're very familiar with. With that in mind, we often think of Bigfoot as this elusive creature. He's never really described as carnivorous in anything. Well, I'm not
sure.
The Yowie was. Yeah. But I think the American Bigfoot. But apparently, there's a story floating around that back in 1961, a Wisconsin farmer swore Bigfoot wandered onto his property. But instead of causing chaos or scaring livestock, Bigfoot walked straight up to the man's grill and just grabbed a stack of pancakes.
Oh, hell yeah.
And just left without sound. The farmer said that he didn't really make any indication or any growl or anything, just didn't roar, just looked hungry and was like, oh, sweet food, and grabbed it and kind of just bolted, with the stack of pancakes. Now, initially, I read that and I was like, okay, number one, what grown man is cooking pancakes on a grill?
like a grill, or was it like a flat top? Was it like a Blackstone?
It was back in the 60s, so it's probably one of those the circular grills, the coal, I would imagine, with their propane grills. So in 1961, I'm assuming it's one of those charcoal grills.
Maybe just like a sheet over it or something, like foil. I don't know.
Okay, well, imagine 1960s.
Yeah.
Imagine you're cooking on a grill. What's the first image that comes to your mind of like somebody cooking on a grill in 1960s?
Like a dad in a suit.
Suit?
Around, yeah, they would always like at least a shirt and a tie and like slacks and just like turning burgers.
That is true. That is true. Like that, I think it's the image on the charcoal bag, isn't it? Like the guy's like cooking the grilled chicken on the.
Well, maybe.
And he's got like the wind blocker glasses on. He's like smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess for me, the image that comes to my mind because of the
big cast iron. I know what you're talking about, like the big egg.
Kind of sort of like
Egg
that,
rolls.
maybe. Yeah, one of those. But I'm thinking 1960s Wisconsin for some reason.
Just Red Foreman.
Fall, it's a flannel.
Yeah.
He's got like the hat on with like the fuzzy
Little flaps.
on the side.
That might be more of a winter thing, but I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Or maybe like a vest or something. That's what comes to my mind.
Packers jacket on.
It's something like that. Yeah, cold beer in his hand.
Especially at 9 a.m, getting ready for the game.
Of course, yeah. He's got his little cheese hat on. So yeah, that was the first thing I questioned. I also question the validity of it because Bigfoot's typically a cryptid that doesn't seek. He doesn't make it like a priority to go
right
and interact with humans.
Right.
So it's pretty ballsy for him. He must have been really freaking hungry.
Or the pancakes just smell delicious.
Right? They're probably his bomb ass pancakes. Of course, it's the 60s.
Yeah.
You always hear
probably
about
fresh fresh eggs, fresh milk, fresh butter. Like probably had all that stuff. I mean, it's Wisconsin, so dairy's readily available, like fresh dairy.
Yeah.
Probably like made his own pancake mix from scratch.
You always hear
added some fresh blueberries.
You always,
nice, like right from over the border Canadian maple syrup. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, like right out of the fucking tree.
These fucking pancakes had him slapped.
My mouth's watering just thinking about it. Like perfectly sized and like even,
fluffy,
perfectly brown. Oh yeah.
Nice drizzle of butter on the side. Fucking syrup just drizzling down.
I'm getting hot just thinking about it. I got the fat sweats.
You always hear about food in like the 60s. Like they're like, oh my god, the food tastes so much better back because it wasn't. They had like preservatives.
Yeah, it was like real food,
real actual food.
Except for when they started putting in like Jello, like gelatin and everything.
Yeah. We don't talk about that in your face. Like who was like, you know what? Let's put salami or Spam inside Jello.
I swear that's where like olive loaf came from.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Neither have I, because it looks fucking disgusting.
And I don't want to.
I don't need bologna with olives in it. Like I just don't.
60s was freaking wild, dude. Like, the stuff that came out of there.
So any follow up on what the Bigfoot did after he stole the pancakes?
No, straight up, dude, just like got the pancakes and just ran back into the woods. So, I mean, I guess Bigfoot is like the world's hungriest roommate. You know, if he's like somebody that's like just chilling in this dude's backyard, it's like, oh yeah, that's just Bigfoot. I make pancakes every now and then. He kind of shows up whenever he wants to. I'll leave a stack or two out there for him, you know.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't bother me. Doesn't, you know. One thing that I didn't say that I was confused about, I didn't see anything about the pancakes having syrup. And that to me is suspicious.
Okay.
No self-respecting man, woman, child.
Like I said, I mean, you're in Wisconsin, you're right across the border from Canada. You got to have some authentic, genuine Canadian maple syrup.
Sure, but I'm saying in this situation, the way that the story reads is that he just grabbed a raw stack of pancakes. No syrup.
The Sasquatch, yeah.
No syrup or anything like that, so...
Well, maybe he makes his own syrup. Maybe he said squatch syrup. I mean, if anybody could make a delicious syrup, it would be Sasquatch.
That's true. Okay.
He probably just like knocks on like a tree and then like puts a like what's the fucking
the tap?
Yeah, just puts like a tab in a tree, like knocks it, then puts the tab in, and just like pure
the
syrup
sugar,
just comes
the
out.
Sugar water comes out.
Yeah.
He's been processing sugar for 200 years.
Yeah.
Like, I bet you he probably crushed some IHOP.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I could go for some IHOP right now.
Speaking of pancakes. All right. Well, I'll piggyback off of yours.
Okay.
Staying in the Sasquatch realm of things, there was a man back in 1924 named Albert Ostman. And Albert Ostman was a Canadian prospector, and he lived near the Toba Inlet in British Columbia. And he claims that he was abducted by a Sasquatch and stayed with them for a week, 6 days.
Okay.
So just as a kind of a quick overview of this story, 1924, he went to the area for vacation. He had heard stories about the man-beast who supposedly roamed the woods but refused to believe them. As Ostman lay asleep one evening, a Sasquatch purportedly picked him up and carried him off while he was in a sleeping bag. He has a whole account of this where he says that he was in the sleeping bag, but the thing didn't zip the bag up the whole way, so there was still a little bit of air, so he didn't suffocate. And he was on like his boots in a very awkward situation as this thing was just dragging him along for what he thinks was about 3 hours of travel time. He didn't really know where he was going, but he knew he had a rifle and he had a Bowie knife in his back pocket.
You just wait till I get out of the sleeping bag. I'm gonna give you what's coming to you.
He claims that he was kept captive by the Sasquatches. They were 2 adults and 2 children, which held him captive for 6 days. One of the creatures was reported as being 8 feet tall. Osman didn't use his gun on them as he had done them no harm, or they had done him no harm. He stayed with them and ate sweet tasting grass that they had given him. The female Sasquatch washed and stacked leaves. For what reason, I don't really know. But he then escaped by making the large male Sasquatch groggy by feeding him some snuff. He refused to tell his story for more than 24 years after it happened for fear of being thought as crazy.
So this is now 1944.
And yeah, as more Sasquatch appearances in the press, Albert decided to tell his story to a local newspaper in 1957.
Okay. I'm not laughing to discredit his story. It's just, there's a lot of plot holes.
Oh, just
the whole thing just seems bizarre. What in his mind did he think, you know what, if I give it snuff, that's going to make him groggy?
I don't know. Maybe he had the snuff dipped in some sort of weird hallucinogenic. This is on SasquatchAlberta.com, where they pretty much have an account from like his firsthand perspective. So like I said, he had gotten picked up by the Sasquatch at night. He was still in his sleeping bag, carried him for about 3 hours. He said, "It was getting lighter now, and I could see them quite clearly. I could make out forms of 4 people, 2 big and 2 little ones. They were all covered with hair and no clothes on. Buck-ass nude Sasquatches. They looked like a family, an old man, an old lady, 2 young ones, a boy and a girl. The boy and the girl seemed to be scared of me. The old lady did not seem too pleased about what the old man dragged home, but the old man was waving his arms and telling them all what he had in mind. They all left me then." Okay, the following day I did not see the old lady till about 4 p.m. She came home with her arms full of grass and twigs and all kinds of spruce and hemlock, as well as some kind of nuts that grow in the ground. The young fellow went up to the mountain to the east the very next day. He could climb better than a mountain goat. He picked some kind of grass with long, sweet roots, gave me some one day. I gave him another snuff box with about a teaspoon of snuff in it. He tasted it and then went to the old man. He licked it with his tongue. They had a long chat. I made a dipper from a milk can. And then he explains how he made that. Okay.
It's a pretty elaborate,
to say, yeah, he really goes into detail on how to make this dipping can. And then apparently he gave it to the child, and the child gave it to the dad. So they gave him the dipper, and then they used it to get water out, and the Sasquatch was apparently very pleased with this finding. Then he took a chew of the snuff, smacked his lips, and said that it's good. He said that. Albert said this. I guess trying to convey to them that it was okay to eat. This is a wild story. This is a long, long account. So I'm trying to get to the end of this.
That's pretty cool if it's, a retelling of a week-long adventure. I never knew it really was that specific.
I pulled out a full box of snuff, took a big chew. Before I had time to close the box, the old man reached for it. I was afraid he would waste it and only had 2 more boxes, so I held onto the box intending him to take a pinch like I had just done. Instead, he grabbed the box and emptied it into his mouth, swallowed it in one gulp. Then he licked the box inside with his tongue. After a few minutes, his eyes began to roll over in his head. He was looking straight up. I could see he was sick. Then he grabbed my coffee can that was quite cold by this time. He emptied that in his mouth, grounds and all, and that did no good. He stuck his head between his legs and rolled forward a few times away from me. Then he began to squeal like a stuck pig. I grabbed my rifle. I said to myself, "This is it. If he comes for me, I will shoot him plumb between his eyes." But he started for the spring. He wanted water. I packed my sleeping bag and my pack sack with the few cans I had left. The young fellow ran over to his mother. Then she began to squeal. I started for the opening in the wall, and I just made it. The old lady was right behind me. I fired one shot at the rock over her head. I guess she had never seen a rifle fired before, so she turned and ran inside. And then the rest of that is basically him just running away down the mountain and into town, the nearest town.
Back into...
So yeah, he was abducted by Sasquatches and lived with them for 6 days.
Why isn't, and maybe it is in the Sasquatch community, but why isn't this more widely discussed?
I guess maybe it's just so preposterous that they just took it as a hoax.
Is that what you think?
That's my theory.
That's pretty cool. It's the closest thing.
I mean, yeah, this guy had a literally down like to the T recount of what happened to him.
Yeah.
So
it's a very detailed story.
Incredibly detailed, yeah.
And sometimes a lot of detail is a good thing because it kind of lends to the more credibility of the story.
Yeah, it definitely gives you more of a reason to believe it if you can recount specific details like that. I mean, you could always just be making all that shit up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, he could be a really good storyteller. No, I mean, I'm open to it. That's pretty cool. It still doesn't really go in line with like the traditional behavior of a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Everything that we've been shown, taught, discussed about has been that they're pretty elusive and they don't really like to interact with humans, so they kind of hide.
But back in 1924, maybe they were a little more open to it.
That's true, especially if, as we're continuing to modernize back in the 20s.
I was going to say, that would be essentially more just like frontier, I guess, at that point. So,
yeah, so we're like kind of modernizing, and which would make more sense. We haven't really had like the economical boom that we've had, since then. That's because that's pre-World War II. So
yeah, post-French Indian War, like fur trading and all that. So I mean, Canada's still like a hotspot, but Vancouver, I can imagine, was not.
Yeah, so I'm open to it.
Yeah,
it's pretty.
Why
cool.
not?
Yeah,
why not?
Well,
all right, let's go to the next one.
1980s.
Love it.
Jersey Devil.
Love it. Shout out Benny Franks.
Benny Franks, Mother Leeds. If you look for the specifics of the story, you probably won't find it. It's kind of become like a urban legend, a myth kind of thing. But apparently, in the 80s, there was an instance where, we'll just call her Jane Doe.
Sure.
Goes to a car wash. Or maybe Jane Doe was working there as like a lot attendant or something like that. And apparently looked over at one of those like self-service car washes where you have like the nozzle and you do it yourself, and saw the Jersey Devil flapping his wings at the nozzle. And apparently, from what they could tell, the Jersey Devil was trying to give himself a bath with the car wash. and it's one of those situations where like the lot attendant kind of sees this and is like looking around to see if like anybody else notices this.
Of course, there's probably like nobody else around.
Yeah, there's like nobody else around, and you just see this like Jersey Devil just flapping his wings, getting pissed off at this like
oh my gosh,
at this like car wash hose thing because he's like trying to spray himself or whatever. It's just not working.
That's amazing.
Thing gets flustered, like flips out, and just like flies off into the distance. All while this car wash attendant is just like sitting there with like a mop and a bucket.
And that's when another car pulls in. My gosh, how did you find that?
I'm telling you, man, you just like you can find just different random instances. It's one of those things where it's kind of become like an urban legend almost.
Right.
Like a myth, a funny thing that potentially could have happened, but it's so ridiculous and out there that it kind of just stuck.
That's wild.
Like, like Mothman ate my ass out of the Denny's kind of thing.
Yeah.
Basically. Like
which he did. That's totally real.
Sure. Yeah, that happened. Not a whole lot of details to really go off of. Some of the explanations behind it is if they think that story, when I say they, I guess, folklorists, mythologists, people like that study this, think it's a combination of the original Jersey Devil story, but also the killer in the backseat phenomenon, that whole urban myth.
Okay.
Where, you've heard it before. A female driver pulls into a gas station, gets into the car or whatever, or gets
out of the car,
and somebody like tips her off like, hey, I saw somebody like in your back seat or something like that.
Right.
And she like doesn't believe him or whatever, but when she gets home, there's like a knife or something like sitting in the back seat or something like that to that effect. Or whatever.
Okay.
They think it was maybe like a blending of that story because it was like in the 80s when that was like really popular. Yeah. But yeah, that's the Jersey Devil trying to get a car wash.
Just trying to get a quick bath.
I wonder what the reason was, though, that he needed a bath.
Man, probably get the stench of sulfur off of him or something.
I don't know. Possibly. It probably had a really bad case of swamp ass.
Yeah. I mean, because like he lives in a swamp, essentially.
Pine Barrens. Yeah, that's what it was. It had to have been. Yeah. Probably maybe just took like a massive dump and was like, I need a bidet. And it was like out there trying to spray.
I love that the Jersey Devil knows what a bidet is.
Oh, well, he's not uncivilized. He's a man of culture.
A class, even.
He understands the finer things in life.
Just because he shot out of his mother's womb as a demon and murdered a priest and flew out the chimney doesn't mean that he doesn't know how high society functions.
Maybe he was barbaric at the time. Maybe he was a little unhinged.
Self-isolation. He just has like a
little bit of reflection.
He's got like a magazine subscription that gets dropped off to the Pine Barrens once a month of like high class, like fancy living magazine, Better Homes and Garden, People magazine gets dropped off.
I read it in People. Yeah. What else you got?
All right, so to fast forward from Albert Burton in 1924, we're going to head to 1934. No, 1927, sorry. 1927 to 1934 near South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. This one is the Phantom Kangaroo.
What?
A kangaroo-like beast was reported by several witnesses over a 5-day period and apparently had killed and partially devoured several animals, including ducks, geese, and possibly a German Shepherd. The kangaroos are typically unaggressive and vegetarian, so a witness described the animal as looking like a large kangaroo running and leaping across the field. A search party followed the animal's tracks to a mountainside cave where they stopped. The animal was never found, and national news coverage drew widespread ridicule. However, in 1974, 2 Chicago police officers were called to investigate a report that a kangaroo was standing on someone's porch. After a brief search, the officers located the animal in an alleyway where it beat the shit out of them.
Okay, if there's any animal in the animal kingdom, a kangaroo is one. Yeah. I would not want to cross that. They're so freaking ripped.
Over the next month, numerous kangaroo sightings were reported in Illinois and the neighboring states of Indiana and Wisconsin, with timing suggesting more than one animal if reports were accurate. A kangaroo was seen the next day by a paperboy, the next week in Schiller Woods, Illinois, and a week after that just outside of Plano. Reported by a police officer who said it jumped 8 feet from a field into the road. 30 minutes later, a kangaroo was reported back in Chicago, then reported on the following 3 days in the surrounding countryside. A few days later, there was a rash of sightings in Indiana, and then the reports ceased about a month after the original story. So this kangaroo was just fucking going everywhere up in Chicago, just palling around town. So and this is like still kind of going on. Like as recently as 2013, there have been phantom kangaroo sightings.
What? That's pretty wild. Why is all the crazy stuff happening in Chicago? Didn't that's where Mothman moved?
Chicago, to, right? Wisconsin, recently Oklahoma was the 2013, and then also in 2013, the Ridgefield Press reported that a motorist in North Salem, New York, captured on video what he thought was a kangaroo.
What if there's a video of that?
Apparently, somewhere. Published it on their website. Newspaper noted that escaped wallabies, smaller than kangaroos, were known in Westchester County. So maybe it was an escaped wallaby from a zoo or something.
Could have been. I guess if the... Yeah, do you feel like they would survive in the climate, though, around here? I mean...
The kangaroos? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I guess.
Vegetarians.
Fur, yeah. They're not like tropical... Yeah.
I just like the part that the phantom kangaroo beat the shit out of 2 cops and disappeared.
Oh, yeah. And you know, they like play, they whole totally embellished that story. Like, it was probably a lot worse than what they actually like played. Yeah, as he came out, he fought us. You know, we we fired a couple rounds at it, kind of scared him off, but you damn well know how it really went down. That kangaroo probably just like walking in the alley. And it was one of those like ripped prison kangaroos. Probably pulled out like brass knuckles.
Yeah. Just like the Henry Cavill.
Yeah, just like the Mission Impossible.
Arm cock.
Had like boxing gloves, but like puts bricks in the boxing gloves and puts the gloves on.
Cracks the knuckles real quick.
Cracks the knuckles. Just points at him.
Ding.
Jerry, you
and then like trying to punch, and they're like punches are just going through the bodies, like he's an incorporeal ghost. But he absolutely is just
landing
walloping
haymakers, haymakers left and right, and they're just like, oh god, yeah, one of those
Good
situations.
Shit. All right, Nick.
All right, for the last one, I think we talked about actually doing an episode on this, so we'll probably go in a little bit more in depth here in the future. But believe it or not, the Fresno Nightcrawler.
Oh yeah.
So there's kind of a running joke in the cryptid community where they kind of refer to it as the Fresno Nightcrawler's fashion show. So the story behind the Fresno Nightcrawlers is basically it's just these two ghostly legs walking around like Fresno, and I think you can find footage of it.
You can.
At first, people thought they were like aliens, but there's speculation as to what it actually is. But a lot of the community says, well, it kind of just looks like a pair of white skinny jeans walking down the street. So people are like, oh, well, it's ghost pants.
Yeah.
and it's just a ghost pair of skinny jeans strutting down the neighborhood runway. People were just capturing this, on camera. So, who's to say what it actually is? That's going to be a whole nother episode that we could do, the Fresno Nightcrawlers, because it's actually in the cryptid community, it's pretty well known,
right,
as like a famous cryptid kind of thing.
I think they even have like a minor league baseball team out there called the Fresno Nightcrawlers, or Walkers or whatever.
Maybe. And, so yeah, I mean, it could be that the scariest thing in Fresno was a pair of ghost pants walking around at night. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But
I hope that's true. I hope they're just pants.
Wouldn't that be some shit? Just like a pair of Gucci, like just skinny jeans or Levi's, just like
phantom pants.
It's like a cop working the night shift, and you just slip in your coffee, and you just see like a pair of like ghost jeans. That's a goddamn Fresno Nightcrawlers who get paid enough for this shit. It's the fourth time this week.
What's the point? It's just pants.
It's just pants.
I love that story. I love the footage. To me, is just hilarious.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Oh, it's so good.
From what I remember, it's grainy, right?
A little bit, because it was like basically caught on a Ring cam.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, basically. I don't know when the timeline was, if Ring was like a thing then, but yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, it's like a pair of like skinny little legs walking down the crazy, wild stuff. All
right, then the last thing I have. And you knew about this situation. I didn't really know that much about it. But the case of the Hopkinsville Goblins.
Oh, yeah.
I just love the fact that it's like 1955 fucking Kentucky-ass rednecks.
Yeah, basically, yep.
5 adults and 7 children arrived at the police station claiming that small alien creatures from a spaceship had been attacking their farmhouse. They've been holding them off with gunfire for nearly 4 hours.
Yeah. It's like a flat-out shootout. These things are like on their roof.
And I love the name. Elmer and Billy Ray claimed that they had been shooting at a few short, dark figures who repeatedly popped up at the doorway and peered into the windows. The first paper to report the incident increased the number of creatures from 12 to 15 and continues to be the number most often reported. So... Mm-hmm. I just a bunch of little aliens popping up, like playing whack-a-mole with rednecks, just popping them off.
Yeah, basically.
And they just keep coming back.
Yep. Basically, it's. Have you ever read or looked into the story, like the whole deeds of it? It's pretty ridiculous.
A little bit, yeah. I feel like this could be its own episode too.
It can be. It's actually cited in. I think this came up in one of like my college courses where we were talking about confirmation bias. Mm-hmm. Is like a psychological phenomenon, and they actually quoted this case because it was one of those things where the evidence was saying that, hey, there's a lot of things here that it's saying like it's a complete hoax, but as a community, they were kind of like disregarding that and like believing like all these like irrelevant signs, and then people were saying like, well, no, that's not what that is, or whatever.
Because they really wanted it to be true.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. They wanted it to be true, or whatever. And it was like there was a lot of inconsistencies with it.
Yeah.
But no, the whole story itself is like it's just a cult classic in like the alien community.
Didn't they make like a movie like when a movie was based on like in Strange Encounters or Encounters of something like that, or a movie was definitely based off of this?
I wouldn't be surprised. It's pretty famous within the...
Oh, it was... so in the 70s, Steven Spielberg used the event as the basis for Night Skies, which was an unproduced science fiction film. And then in 1986, the horror comedy film Critters was loosely based on it.
Okay, I could see Critters. That. I could see Critters, yeah. Yeah. It's pretty wild. And the depictions of the goblins is pretty fun.
Yeah, they look like
little frogs with like pointy ears almost.
Yeah, pretty much. But people also like say that it probably was just like a great horned owl.
Yeah.
Or like a bunch of owls outside, and that's what they're shooting at.
They're probably like hired, like drunk as mess or whatever.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Just drunk on moonshine.
Yeah. Like
Elmer and Billy Ray.
Yeah, God damn it. They're back again. It's the fourth time this week.
4:30 in the morning, get a goddamn life.
Working man, working an artist.
I like to think they just had, that was just their excuse for just shooting guns at all hours of the night.
The sheriff probably came out and was like, all right, look, can't just be out here shooting nothing for no damn reason, okay? You gotta
we got a reason.
Got a reason there, Sheriff.
Goddamn hobgoblins out there.
Goddamn hobgoblins keep coming up here every now and then.
What?
What, Billy Ray? We got. It's Friday.
It's 3:30 in the morning, man. Just go inside.
No, go to bed. No, but the goddamn hobgoblins.
Okay, all right. Yeah, all right. You know what? I'm gonna leave.
Mary Sue, can you please get?
No, they're out there. They're out there.
Oh God, not you too.
Where are the kids? Oh, they're in the back porch, funding them off on the back. Oh my God.
Yeah. I ain't got the patience for y'all today. Yeah, basically, I imagine that's how that whole conversation probably went down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much wraps up the little semi overview of a couple of just strange encounters that I thought I couldn't find any like really funny ones like you did, but
the Jersey Devil one got me.
Yeah, that one was crazy. I love that. And then the guy getting abducted by a Sasquatch for 7 days. That one was. That was about as good as I. But I would love to do an episode on the Nightcrawlers and the Hobgoblins and all that shit. So keep that in mind for season 2 of Shadows and Sightings.
I'm excited. Gonna explore some new cryptids this year.
Some more paranormal activity.
And more,
some phenomena.
More pop culture too, I think. Cryptid pop culture. That'd be fun.
We're kind of mapping out what our schedule of episodes is kind of going to look like for spooky season. So, we'd love to hear from you on what you would like to hear us cover or talk about. And I think we got some good stuff on the docket come up. Oh, yeah. Just in time to get you back in the spooky season mood.
For sure.
So with that being said, look for us on Facebook, Shadows and Sightings, a Paranormal Podcast, or Instagram, Shadows and Sightings Pod. Email us at shadowsandsightings@gmail.com. Leave us a comment. Leave us a good review on whatever platform you're listening to. For some reason, that boosts us in the algorithms and stuff like that. We got, a good many new followers back before we went on this little hiatus. So
it was that was true.
If we got any new listeners out there, thanks for listening. Like I said, this episode was just kind of a little catch up, a little shoot the shit, and then going forward, we'll get back to our more deep dive episodes. So
yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. So thanks for listening to this episode of Shadows and Sightings, and we'll see y'all next time when we talk about all things spooky.